All right, in this video, I'm going over the secret method I've used to get interviews at top Bay Area companies like Amazon, Google, etc. And this diagram over here, just stay with me, is going to explain how this method works. First, I'm going to explain, what this diagram even is and then how it applies to the recruiting process. First, a little bit about my credentials. I've gotten offers from companies like Amazon and Google. Here's the SWE offer from Amazon, and here's the team matching offer from Google. I've also worked with creators like NeetCode. If you've been on the machine learning section of the NeetCode platform before, I actually built out the entire machine learning platform of NeetCode. So if you click this link over here, GPT Learning Hub, this is my other YouTube channel. This is my company where I teach AI and machine learning. And I also run a community where I help students, new grads, and early career engineers break into big tech. You can see one of our students, Kevin, over here. He just got an offer from Visa, which is pretty sick. I think he's actually in the interview process with OpenAI right now, which is absolutely insane. Now listen, I know you. What you're probably doing is refreshing this GitHub repository, the Simplify repo every day. You're spamming applications, you're grinding NeetCode, and you're hoping for the best. But that's not a good strategy. Back when I was in the recruiting process, I was doing the exact same thing and I wasn't getting any interviews. I would either get ghosted or just get those automated rejection emails. But once I applied the method that I'm about to go over, everything changed for me. And this diagram explains everything you need to know about this method. It's called the bottleneck method. And a bottleneck is basically that one constraint or the one thing that's holding a system back from really growing. So in this, silly diagram over here, the bottleneck is this area over here. If we want to have more traffic flowing through, it doesn't matter if we open up more lanes over here on the left where there's 3 lanes. It doesn't even matter if we open up more lanes over there. We're going to be bottlenecked or restricted by the fact that there's only 1 lane over here, right? So we're not going to actually be able to let more traffic pass through. Now, how does that apply to getting software engineering jobs in the Bay Area? Let me explain. So in the job application process, there's basically 2 different bottlenecks that you might have. Your bottleneck might be getting interviews. This is if you're, sending out applications, you're trying to get interviews, but you're not even hearing back from companies. If that's you, then your bottleneck is getting interviews. Now, there are also people who are getting, a few interviews here and there. They have no problem getting interviews, but then they just fail most of them and they're not able to actually get the offer. So for those people, their bottleneck is passing interviews. And the key to really getting offers from these top companies is to focus on your bottleneck. I call this the bottleneck method. Again, this is literally what helped me get into Amazon and Google. And what you do in the bottleneck method is you only focus on solving the problem that's right in front of you and you literally just ignore everything else. So let's say you're struggling to get interviews right now. Stop worrying about projects. Stop worrying about your technical skills. Forget grinding LeetCode. Only focus on trying to get more interviews. That's where all your time and energy should go. So optimizing your resume for ATS and the eyes of a recruiter, making sure it's actually 100% dialed in. I've reviewed hundreds of resumes at this point, and I've never seen a perfect resume. So if you're struggling to land interviews, your resume is probably not dialed in. So optimizing your resume is one thing. Getting referrals, cold emailing recruiters, that's a big one. Spending time on actually marketing yourself and really just trying to get opportunities, get in the door at companies. That's where all your time and energy needs to go if you're not getting any interviews. Because think about it, if you're not getting any interviews and you're spending time, grinding LeetCode and building projects, well, sure, that kind of stuff would help you do better in an interview. But if you don't even have any interviews coming up, then you're preparing for something that doesn't exist. And that's a complete waste of time and energy. You need to focus all your effort on just solving the bottleneck, right? You need to focus on solving the bottleneck. In this diagram, it's the area where there's 1 lane, and that's what's really going to allow more traffic to flow through. So let's say someone isn't getting any interviews, but they're just grinding LeetCode all the time, building projects, improving their technical skills. Sure, that's great, but it's not going to solve the immediate problem of the fact that they don't have any damn interviews. So please focus on optimizing your resume, getting more referrals, and cold emailing recruiters. All of that is explained on this channel, how to optimize your resume and cold email recruiters. And then once you do get interviews, once you actually have a technical interview or 2 coming up, that's when you can shift gears, abandon the applications, the referral grind, the cold email grind entirely, and literally just focus on preparing for that interview. Just cramming your ass off for the interview, doing as many LeetCode questions as possible, doing as many mock interviews as possible. Again, if you've got no interviews coming up, just focus on getting more interviews. Once you have them coming up, focus all your effort on interview prep. That's the bottleneck method, and that's literally how I got into countless top companies in the Bay Area. This is the strategy I teach to all of the students in my community as well, and they are absolutely crushing it. If you want that one-on-one mentorship and that one-on-one guidance from a team of FANG engineers, just walking you through the entire recruiting process from resume to referrals to mock interviews, click that link below and book a call with me, and we'll see if you're a good fit for this program or not. It's not really for everyone, but you can book a call below and see if you're a good fit. And we actually guarantee that you get your dream big tech offer by the end of our program. And if you don't for some reason, then you get a full refund. That's our policy. So click that link below, book a call with me, and we'll chat and come up with some kind of game plan for your recruiting process. And if you're looking for another video to watch, YouTube thinks you're gonna like this one and this one. So I will talk to you soon.